Hello, and welcome to this week's installment of I'm Fine. Everything is fine. Today we are listening to Evan draft his hockey team live. Fantasy hockey is starting soon, so he's on here doing a live draft while we're opening the show.
Yes, I am.
And if you want to,
I'm not sorry about it.
if you want a live recap, this is what it's been sounding like.
Fuck!
What did they just take?
They're taking all my D-men. Cal McCarr. Oh, okay, I'm on the clock. All right.
I do love
all
that
right.
D.
So I gotta swallow my pride on one of these. It's
Okay, go ahead.
It's either Mika Zibanejad of the New York Rangers,
Yeah.
or Sidney Crosby. Zibanejad's projected more, about 10 points.
That's tough, dude. I don't know. That's a tough one.
I say neither. I'm drafting Brent Burns, another D-man.
Okay, there you go. You have your answer.
We'll see if they make it another round. If so, I'll pick them up.
Anyway, welcome to this week's installment of I'm Fine, Everything is Fine podcast. I'm your host, Drew. With me is my co-host and producer and fantasy hockey extraordinaire, Evan.
That is me. I am the fantasy football extraordinaire.
We definitely started this like way not ready, but it's fine. We're good. We're ready for this. We spent a lot of time setting up new sound effects, so they're coming. We finally figured out a way to technically do it properly.
Yes, we did.
So now it's working. But we hope you guys had a good week. We're coming to you from Dirty Jersey. Please remember we are here for you. Come and chill with us at the Grandpop's fold-out table that's in the living room now.
R.I.P. Pour one out.
We have one. We have it now. It's good.
We have it.
We have it.
That's right.
Praise be.
Sorry, I'm just adding a bunch of people to my queue, and I'm going to work off of that.
Okay, sounds good. So, what's up, you fucks? How was oh wait, hold on. This episode is brought to you by Applebee's Nuts.
Applebee's Nuts.
That's an
Did Sean tell you that one?
No, that's just an homage. That's an homage to another show. So, mention the email and Twitter.
Yes. Okay. So.
Are you okay over there?
Yeah. I'm fine. I'm just sweating bullets.
Oh my god.
All right. So yeah, I mean, you can reach out to us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to read your emails, interact. You can email us.
Did you say interact?
Interact.
Oh,
But we
interact.
can get you erect too. That's
Every email you write us, you have to have an erection.
if you don't, I don't want to fucking read it. If there's not a not safe for work warning in the subject line, I'm not even going to open
With
it.
a couple stars around it.
Yeah, I'm not going to open it.
Hit us up on our Gmail letters. I am fine. Everything is fine. Tell us your stories. Tell us your critiques. Tell us your criticism. Tell us what you like about the show. Anything that pertains to any subject matter. Anything like that. We read. We will read them on air. We will comment. We will return emails. Thank you very much for everything that has been produced for us so far. And yeah, I've had a good week. Hit us up, though, if you're trying to tell your friends about the show. We are on Twitter and Instagram at @IFEIF_. I'm fine. Everything is fine. The letters. Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, Audible, iHeartRadio. Not Pandora, not Stitcher. Still fuck you both.
Fuck both you guys.
YouTube channel still up and running. I try to get that right up after the audio episode goes up. I put it on YouTube, so if you want to stream it off of there, it's a lot easier. If you have YouTube Premium, you can lock your phone and still stream it. But again, search IFEIF on YouTube. We are the only channel. We'll pop up there. We'll be the first one. So this show is brought to you by Applebee's because I went to Applebee's before the show.
Applebee's Nuts. That's
Sorry.
Drew sucking on his latte. He
yeah.
stopped at Starbucks on the way over here.
No, I'm eating a breadstick that I got from Applebee's.
A lot of dick-shaped foods, though, regardless.
A lot of phallic foods, yes, phallic in nature. I'm always afraid of getting burnt by the fajita plates, though. Anybody else scared of that? Are you scared of that?
Yeah. It's
I
because
feel like
they bring them out and you just keep cooking the meat.
Oh my
so
God.
yeah, you got hot ass plates sitting right in front of you. I am terrified of fajitas in public spaces.
I don't think I've ever had a fajita. Have you ever had one? Aren't they just like tacos?
They're deconstructed tacos.
Yeah, but then you just construct them at the
you
table.
just make them yourself.
Have you ever gone to that place? What's it called? Any of those like hot stone places where they put the hot stone in front of you and they cook the meat in front of you? Ever done that?
No.
No, you've never done that.
No,
What was that?
Not unless it's hibachi.
There was a spot around here. God damn it! And I used to buy a fillet, and you pay like $30 for the fillet, but they'd bring it out on a hot lava stone. That was like 1,000 degrees, and then you would cook it right in front of you. Like you would cook it, and like I would be like sweating by the end of it because I'm fucking sitting there cooking my own steak, and there's a 1,000 degree volcanic stone right in front of my face. Have like a couple drinks, and you get all
You get shitty and sweaty, and
you touch it with your arm by mistake, and you're like, ah, fuck.
you're like, ah, shit. I mean, yeah, that's I got a couple battle scars, dog. I'm always fucking myself up.
Bad battle scars. Speaking of battle scars, sorry, I'm like away from the mic there. Speaking of battle scars, I had to go to get my van fixed this week.
What was wrong with your van?
That's a really good question, Evan. I'm glad you asked. The check engine light was on for an extended period of time, and I fucked up, and I didn't get it fixed quick enough. And I got the call. I check the codes myself before I send it to a mechanic.
Pause.
Go ahead.
Patrice Bergeron or Matt Barzell? Matt Barzell is younger.
Matt Barzell. No, not Matt Barzell.
Oh, I drafted him.
Oh no, I hit the buzzer, dude. The buzzer means no. What are you doing? I'm gonna turn it up then. No, here you go. Now can you hear it? Now can you hear it? That means no.
More clearly, yes, I can.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Can you guys at home hear it?
Oh, that was loud. That's good. I like this.
That was loud. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah. So anyway, I like to run the codes before because I have one of those little fucking pocket code checkers that you plug into your car and it tells you if it's blowing bad code. So I like to check it before just to make sure I'm not getting like horn dog,
high fuel emissions,
high doggled or whatever, boondoggled. Sometimes it's the gas cap.
Yeah, sometimes it's something really stupid.
Something stupid like that. It's the gas cap, or you have a low tire pressure, some bullshit, or you just need to put a quart of oil in it, or something like that. So I like to check before I send it. So I checked it. Sure enough, there's like 7 codes. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have done this like a fucking month ago. So I send it. The guy calls me back like later. Like it took him hours to get to it, and he calls me back. He's like, yeah, you're not getting your car back tonight. He's like, it's blowing 7 codes. I was like, he's not lying.
He's not lying.
He's not lying.
He's not lying.
And he's like, we can get it all fixed up. $2,600 to fix the fucking car. I know. And I was on the cusp of buying a new one, too. And then I was also thinking about leasing a car because somebody I know at work started leasing a car. My parents always leased cars. And I'm starting to see the benefit in it because you don't have to pay for anything. Like this. Like, true. I wouldn't have to pay for anything like this to come out of pocket. But leasing, financing a leasing payment, it could be very expensive. Yeah. And sometimes you have to put down like thousands of dollars just to get it because you're paying towards the devaluation of the car anyway. So I would like to do that though, but
yeah, I've thought about leasing.
Yeah, because you bought a car last year, right? What happened to your car, Evan? Your last car?
Oh, we could talk about that.
What happened to your last car? Considering the news this week, that's going to be in our news. We're going to talk about.
So I drove a modest but kind of nice 2010 Honda Accord Coupe. It was a gunmetal gray.
Yep.
And it was sleek, beautiful. I loved it.
Yep.
Low mileage. I think I had less than like 60,000 on it.
Okay.
At the time.
Mm-hmm.
So you could imagine how heartbroken I was.
Yep.
When we had an event similar to what we had a few days ago. No tornadoes, just a lot of rain, a lot of flood.
Yep.
And so I parked somewhere where I thought I'd be safe.
Yep.
I went out to leave for work.
Yep.
And there was about 5 inches of water.
Really?
5 might be a lot, maybe like 3. But like 3 inches of water.
Did you get attention right there while you told this story? Did you get attention?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Like a shark in the water. I thought there was a shark in my fucking car.
Fucking Sharknado.
Yeah, so but I should have known because I walked into the parking lot and there's this girl with her trunk open.
Yeah.
And she's just sitting in like the bed of her SUV.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
what the fuck's going on?
Like, how you doing? She's like, not too good. My car's totaled. I'm like, oh, damn, that sucks. Like, what happened? It flooded. No way. And then I opened my door.
And your shit was
I was like, yo, lady, you're not going to believe this.
Yeah, your shit was flooded.
Yep. And so my dumbass, it was like a fight or flight response.
Yeah.
And my first initial response was, I'm going to go get towels. So... Yeah, so I ran.
I'm gonna give me a laundry basket filled with towels.
I left my door open and I called Steve, my roommate, and I'm like, "Yo, come downstairs with as many towels as you can carry." Mm-hmm. He was like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "You're gonna want to check your car."
Oh yeah, where was his car parked? Close or?
Yeah, like right next to mine. Like
was it also fucked up?
3-4 spaces down.
Oh
yes.
yeah, his car was.
Yes,
also
it was. So,
but.
Yeah, so my car was totaled. I had to buy a new one. I love my car now. It's sick.
Yeah,
but
that's awesome.
I was literally like 8 months away from paying off my last car.
Oh, god
So
damn.
I was
8
supposed to be
payments.
done my car payment with a car with, as I said earlier, around 60,000 less than miles. That is a loss, man.
That's a loss. That is a loss. I started looking into ways to make a little extra cash, to pay off some of that credit card debt. So I decided to. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I decided to DoorDash, and I signed up for DoorDash.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have you ever done it before?
Negative.
Okay. Ask me how it was. Pardon me. Sorry.
How was it?
It was fucking terrible. It was the worst. It was the motherfucking worst. Oh, I have to turn my microphone around. Pardon me for just a second. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So much better.
I was recording vocals on Drew's mic earlier in the week.
That's why I was turned around a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have told you that before we started.
So my first DoorDash experience was I signed up, they do the background check, and get it back real quick.
Yeah, real quick. I did get that far. I signed up and everything.
Yeah, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just turn it on. Let me just see how it goes. So I decide my first pickup is at a Cracker Barrel. Okay,
A Cracker Barrel.
so like a restaurant.
Yeah.
So first off, Dashers get treated like shit by like a lot of restaurant employees. So my first experience was I walk up to the hostess station because I don't know what else to do. This is my first time I've ever done this before. So I walk in and I go right to the hostess station. I'm like, hey, I'm here to pick up a DoorDash. And she points, doesn't say a fucking word, just points to her right. And I look over at the counter. I'm like, what the fuck are you pointing at? I'm like, what? And she's like, no, down there. I'm like, oh, thank you. And I walk down. Sure enough, there's no food up there. It's not ready yet.
Of course there's not. Why would there be?
I ask, and they're like, oh, they're working on it. Okay, fine. So then I ask them again. Still working on it.
Defense or forward?
Forward.
Welcome to the squad, Travis Konechny. Go ahead.
Very nice. So I sit there. I wait. 15, 25, 35, 45 minutes for a $6 delivery.
Are you kidding me?
I have no clue how this goes. I'm like, you know what? If this was my delivery, I would want to wait. So I would want somebody there, even though it's taking long. I want the food, rather than waiting for nothing. So like, I'm just going to wait. I text the person in the app, still waiting for your food. And then finally, they come out. They give me the fucking food. I take it to the woman. I drop it off. And I was like, I'm going to give it another try, but I don't think it's going to work out. I had this foolproof plan. I'm like, I can pay off $2,600 in a couple months.
That's a bad first impression to make. What do you have to say for yourselves? DoorDash.
And then at other stores I've seen, when I'm shopping and a DoorDash driver comes in, they come in, they come out. It's like they walk in, 15 seconds, they're out the door with the food. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Why? What the fuck?
Why can't it be that easy every time?
Yeah, the first time. I can understand making like $6 in 15 minutes. That makes sense. That's lucrative. But not if I have to sit there for 45 minutes every time I pick up a fucking DoorDash.
Because then you're just wasting your time.
Yeah. But as you can hear, we did get our soundboard rolling.
Go ahead, hit it.
And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news.
Grandma gives me the remote after the Powerball. That kid's the fucking best.
That's funny as shit. Anyway, yeah, so just to pull the curtain back a little bit on the show, whenever we have to put a clip in, we literally have to pause recording, insert the clip, and then we talk over the clip. So just so people know that. But now this kind of gives us a functionality that if I have a clip, then I could just play it. Kind of like this one from the great Eddie Murphy. Here you go. Hopefully you can hear this.
Here's a joke that you can tell down at school when school starts. Everybody be quiet now. Are you listening, guys? A bear and a rabbit are taking a shit in the woods. And the bear turns to the rabbit and says, "Excuse me, you have problems with shit sticking to your fur?" And the rabbit says, "No." So the bear wiped his ass with the rabbit.
That's pretty funny, right?
That was good.
Made possible by our soundboard.
Brought to you by
Brought to
our
you
soundboard.
Brought to you by Akai Professional Soundboards.
Ooh, yeah, Joel Farabee on the market.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry, I'm shopping. I'm
No, it's
listening,
good.
but I'm shopping.
No, it's good. I like it. Keep shopping. How many more rounds do you have?
I'm in round 8.
I have a draft tonight too. How many players do you draft? 11 or some shit?
I think so. I have 5 more forward spots. 3 more D spots.
Jesus Christ, how many rounds is this?
Evidently.
My God.
Quite a long one.
My God.
I'm on the clock.
Oh, get up. After you pick this, I have something I wanted to ask you about because we were both in a group chat this week that kind of like, it is kind of creepy when you think about it, but it's also not creepy because you can't be that naive, you know? But when our mutual friend showed us that website he uses to look up personal information about people, and all you need is their name.
Yeah.
And their phone number. That's all you need is their name and phone number, and you can look up.
I mean, I'm sure he has some sort of subscription to it.
There are subscriptions. That's what I mean. I'm not like naive about it. There's definitely subscription services out there. But he took screenshots after putting my full name through. I was like, yep, that's about right.
That's my shit.
That's everything.
Mine, however, is not me. So
Yeah, true. It was weird. It had like your wrong last name, right? Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was strange. Very strange.
Why'd you say I didn't come forward?
We gotta beep that. You shouldn't be putting that shit out there. We're putting your fucking we're putting your production skills to the test over here. You're gonna be beeping that out. You're funny. That is the name that came up though. So, but that's very interesting. Yeah, and I know, like I said, I'm not naive. I know that every time you fill out something online, it gets put into a database. All that it's essentially public, but it's hard to get to. And yeah, I've heard of services that you can pay for online, and they dig deep and look in like all the public files and stuff. But I mean, it had my mom's phone number, it had my brother's phone number, it had my old house number that I grew up at, it had my old address, my new address. I'm surprised it didn't have any like rental addresses on there because I rented a couple places before in my past.
If you ever want to know where Drew lives, just look him up. You got to know his phone number though, and we're not giving that out. So good luck.
It is. Now I have to beep that out too.
Maybe I won't.
No. Put it in.
No, I'd have to.
So, did you hear about Joe Rogan? I know this is going to be cliche to talk about, but we can bring it up briefly.
No, I haven't heard about Joe.
He got COVID. You didn't hear about that?
No.
Oh, so earlier this week, this past Monday, he essentially got COVID. He started feeling like shit. Then on Tuesday, he tested negative. Tuesday, he felt like shit. Wednesday, he felt like shit. Apparently, he was treated with a whole slew of things like steroids, antibody treatments, vitamin drips, NAD, ivermectin. And he mentions it on one of his posts on Instagram. And
His posts on Instagram are so funny.
They are pretty funny. But yeah, and then he got a bunch of shit for it in like the media. They were like calling it horse medicine, not like just actual.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
You heard about that? You heard about that?
I did hear about it. I have an associate who is very free with the way she speaks about her opinion, and that's cool with me, man. Like, I'm cool. Some people are not cool, but that's beside the point.
Understood.
She was telling me today, and sometimes it's hard to understand her.
Yeah.
But she was telling me today about this guy. She's like, "Did you hear about this guy? He's taken all these steroids and medicines and everything instead of getting the vaccine for like his COVID."
Right.
I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Like antibiotics? Like that's normal?" And she was like, "No, it's like horse tranquilizers." And I'm like, "This motherfucker's taking like ketamine to treat."
I don't know about ketamine being used for treatments, but apparently ivermectin paste is used to deworm horses.
Yeah.
And it's a paste you have to put in their mouth so that way they eat it, and that's what it is. And it's ivermectin and whatever. That's what you know. And it's also been used. I don't know, something like billions of doses have been administered. Like in.
Oh, I missed a pick, but that's okay.
Are you serious? Oh, you're on auto draft now. Who'd you get?
I canceled auto draft. I got Johnny Gaudreau.
Johnny Gaudreau.
Hockey.
That's fine.
He's a hometown boy. That's not
awesome.
bad. That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah. So anyway, he's getting a bunch of shit in the media for it. But I mean, if that's what he took, that's what he took. But here's my problem with it. Like, if you just took ivermectin and you got better, that's one thing. But you didn't. It was just part of a whole slew of things. So it's not like you're not proving it either way. So I mean, if you're against ivermectin use, then you can use that as an argument, and be like, well, no.
Yeah, but you can't just say it to like point it out like that's an issue by itself.
Correct.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't know. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that he got it, but yeah, he had to cancel a bunch of shows. Yeah, but he tested negative, I think, like Friday or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's back. I do have one more clip for you. I do have one more clip of more of a recent stand-up. Hit it.
I just found out my neighborhood has like 50 registered sex offenders. which is, I don't need that kind of competition. Just get out! Whoa. It's a fucking joke. I'm not registered.
Okay.
Oh my god! I just knocked into my microphone. Anyway, I know it's a cliche at the beginning, but then the end kind of sums up. This guy, I don't know where I found him on TikTok. Yeah, his name is Dale Quinn Dale. I found him on TikTok. I had before we get into the news and we talk. Are you good over there? What are you doing?
I'm just looking at
Steve, Steve just got home from work. What's up, Steve?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, so proud.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Oh, I'm sorry. So during the news segment, we're going to talk about it again, like a little bit of flooding news and all that bullshit. But I almost had catastrophe at my house.
Did you?
Yeah, and not that any flooding waters had anything to do with it, but the way my house was designed and built, in the basement, it is prone to flooding. There's a back stairwell that can fill up. It has like a dirt drain, but it doesn't drain like fast enough, so water comes in the back door. So we got it rectified years ago.
We got water coming in your back door, Joe.
Got a lot of things coming in my back door, Evan.
Yeah.
His name.
Shame I'm not one of them.
His name is Steve. No.
Oh!
No, but anyway, so we had the water coming in the back door, so we got it rectified. We got a sump installed, but the sump pump is inside the door, and there's a channel where the water falls. It fills up a container, and it gets pumped out of the house. Well, and I'm only telling this story because everything's fine and she's okay, but a few weeks ago, my mother-in-law had to go to the hospital. She wasn't feeling well. So she had to get picked up by an ambulance, and the best way to get to her is through that back door. Right. So they come in with their gurney. They take her. Everything's fine. She's good. She went to the hospital. She's good. She came home. Everything's healthy. She's fine. Okay, so anyway. But to get to her room, I had to unplug the sump pump so they could roll the gurney through. That was weeks ago. I never plugged it back in. So here comes Hurricane Ida over the Appalachians. And luckily, I worked that night, but luckily, South Jersey was were spared for the most part.
Yes.
Until later in the evening when the tornadoes came. But until that had happened, the drum that the pump sits in was filling with water. So much so that the alarm went off, and my mother-in-law calls me when I'm on my way home from work. She's like, it's beeping down here. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, I'll check when I get home. And there it is. The plug's fucking still sitting there.
No.
I got home, Evan. I plugged it in, and the thing just started pumping water out of the house. It was like,
Oh, I fucking bet. Bro.
So nothing flooded.
Bet.
Thank God nothing flooded, but I completely forgot that thing was unplugged. And like we avoided catastrophe probably about like another half hour worth of rain. If there was another half hour, that channel would have filled up and I would have been fucked and it would have come all in the house. Oh, God.
Damn.
But yeah, I plugged it. It was great. I told my wife and she just looked at me and I was like, I know, I forgot to plug it in.
I remember years ago when I was living with my mom.
Yeah.
We had a really bad storm and my basement flooded.
Oh.
And I just remember HVACing that shit out.
With a
one of those big round johns.
what do they call it? Shop vacs. With a shop vac.
Yes,
yeah.
with a shop vac.
Water. Yeah. A wet vac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just going around it. We're going around the basement with my stepdad, just fucking shit up.
We used to use them as when I was a janitor. We would use them to suck up water and shit. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Kind of fun.
Yeah,
kind of fun.
I use them to clean. I use a small one now to clean up my van whenever I have to clean it out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Dude, I watched Gary and
Busey?
no, Gary and Almeida all week this week, dude. My balls are chafing. Oh no, it's not working. It's too low.
Oh yeah, you were watching that old couple?
Yeah, I was watching the old couple and the young old woman and the young guy.
Good for you, man.
It was great.
Good for you. It
was great.
That's what I have to say about
Thanks.
it.
Thank
Good
you.
for you.
Do I have to turn this down or up?
You have to turn it up, man.
Yeah. All right. So I think I'm ready for the news. We have a lot of serious news.
I think I'm ready for the news.
You ready for the news?
Ready for
A lot
the
of
news.
serious news.
Serious news. 100% serious.
Serious.
Serious all the time.
This is Evan and Drew with the news.
What we got today, boys?
With cooler temperatures and lighter winds this weekend, crews are on the attack, lighting backfires, building massive containment lines in an all-out effort to extinguish the threat near South Lake Tahoe.
SB 8, it says a physician may not perform an abortion if a fetal heartbeat is detected.
The devastating impact Ida left on the Northeast.
At least 62 people have now died from the storm, most of them in the area between New York City and Philadelphia.
The FDA's advisory board will review Pfizer's data on September 17th, but Moderna's data, a few weeks behind Pfizer, submitted today.
Yeah, a lot of serious news. The Texas abortion ban, which is very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I'll read you a tweet from the ACLU about it in just a second, but here's my take on it. The whole law is that after 6 weeks, after there's detectable heartbeat, that it's illegal to perform an abortion. That's what the take is.
Which is bullshit.
I think it's a little too early. Like, I mean, seriously though, a woman can't naturally know until like 3 or 4 weeks after. Mm-hmm. Like at least 4 weeks when you missed your period. Yeah. So if you're lucky, it gives you enough. That's all it gives you. Mm-hmm. If you're lucky enough to find out, which most people are not that lucky, and that's all it gives you to decide whether or not you want to do it. Yeah, just very strange. But here, let me read you this tweet from.
I think it's what's expected
from ACLU, which I don't know if this is how they're like trying to get around Roe v. Wade, or if this is just the way they wanted to do it because this is the way the people wanted it, or what. But I mean, if you wanted to look into it, there's a lot of information about it. Everybody's reporting on it, obviously, for the last week or so. Mm-hmm. It says here the law. Hold on, let me see. Even if you don't know that you were pregnant, it still bans it 6 weeks after, which is an average. Two of my wife was pregnant twice, and we couldn't detect a heart rate until 8 weeks. So that's just that, just so everybody knows. There are differences in how often you do it. So it says here, this is from the ACLU's Twitter account. Private individuals, including anti-abortion activists with no connection to patients, can now sue anyone who they believe is providing abortion or assisting someone in accessing abortion after 6 weeks. This can include healthcare workers, clergy, or even rideshare drivers.
Paging Dr. Allen because that's Drawlin.
It says the law doesn't just allow these lawsuits. It actively encourages private individuals to act as bounty hunters by awarding them at least $10,000 if they are successful.
At least how much?
$10,000.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that, bud.
I know. So anyway, I'm reading one skewed version of it, though. So there might be another side to this story. But yeah, it's crazy that I don't know, but that's what the ACLU is saying. Yeah, very strange.
Very strange indeed. I'm not sure I'm on board.
Here's my problem. Not my problem with it, but like I have to. It's a mental hurdle for me to get over. Is that, and I think we talked about it. What did we talk? We talked about like contraception. Talked about contraception in the early shows.
Yes.
But
Man,
like I don't
get a vasectomy.
I don't have to. Yeah, right. I have a vasectomy. I don't have to worry about it. So it's like okay.
We have a user review right here.
I'm just going to tell my daughter not to live in Texas.
Honey, don't ever live in Texas.
Don't live in Texas.
To our audience in Texas, what the fuck, guys? What the fuck?
I mean, it's their state, whatever they want to do, but I think it's just a little too soon to be cutting it off.
Just know that the internet's flaming, you guys, and when that happens, it's never good.
Yeah,
it's never good.
I did come on. Okay, so a lot of news about COVID and vaccines this week out of Israel, actually. But right as we were about to come on, they released a story. It says that Israel is planning to administer fourth COVID vaccine, which could be which could be adjusted to fight new variants. So they already are starting to do boosters, and they're already thinking about doing a fourth shot. It's like, how many do they want you to take? Anyway, it comes as the country deals with soaring cases despite blazing the trail on jabs. The country's national coronavirus czar says people... That seems a little skewed. Sorry, I got this from fucking The Sun. The coronavirus czar says people should expect to receive a new vaccination against the virus more frequently. He did say 1 year, maybe, or every 5 or 6 months. That was a quote. Israel expected to give out vaccines that had been specially adapted to cope with different variants of the coronavirus by late 2021 or early 2022. But what does that sound like, Evan?
Sounds like we're all gonna have to update our vaccine cards.
No, I was gonna say it sounds like the flu. Like they're gonna start vaccinating more for the different strains that are prevalent at that time, and that sounds almost identically to the flu shot.
It does sound just like the flu shot, actually.
But what's also interesting is that the data coming back from them, it still shows an increase in infections, even with their high vaccination rate. They basically set the standard though for vaccinations globally, so they were like one of the highest vaccinated populations.
Yeah.
So a lot of data is coming out. They also said that there was another study that came out that said that it seemed to show that if you were infected, you have more. It showed that you have more protection from the Delta variant with a natural immunity than anybody with just 2 doses of a vaccine. So that's what their data is showing, like the infection rate.
So you're better off getting it.
I didn't say that. No one said that.
No one said that. We might bleep that out.
That's just
you can't censor me, CNN.
But blame the variants, blame the unvaccinated. But truly, we aren't getting what they promised. No one's able to give an explanation for it either. That was it. I mean, go back and watch all the videos. Like, it's going to protect you from it. You're not going to get it because you're vaccinated.
No, and then they said, well, you can still get it even if you are vaccinated.
Correct. Yeah, and that's been what's been happening lately.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm not extreme about a vaccine. I got an email the other day.
Yeah.
A show that I plan on going to is requiring proof of vaccine.
Oh, really?
A negative test is no longer
necessary, or was no longer valid.
Acceptable.
Oh shit!
So I've been looking into a lot of other shows.
Yeah.
That I have lined up,
making sure you can go.
It looks like it is in the works to be citywide.
In what city?
Philadelphia.
Wow. Yes. That's crazy.
In Philadelphia.
Damn. I'm going to see a show next March, so we'll see.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be going to see a show with you in December.
In December.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
But I have a show in October that I don't think I'll be going through just because I don't think I will get vaccinated in time for it.
Okay. Because you have to have both doses.
I probably have to have both doses.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes, okay. Fully vaccinated.
Right, exactly.
But also my homies that I'm going with do not want to get vaccinated for it.
Oh, okay.
They don't even want to get vaccinated for the one later on in the month that I thought would be very excited for.
Can you ask for a refund or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, okay. Well, that's interesting.
The one said that they would offer a refund, but I'll probably have to get vaccinated before I leave the country.
Well, yeah. Aren't you going somewhere? You're going somewhere.
I'm going somewhere.
You're going to another country.
I'm going to Paris. Meet me underneath the Tiffany chandelier.
What? Mm-hmm. You're going? Where are you going to the Caribbean, right? That's what it sounds like all the time.
I'm going to Paris.
Where's that? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh.
Ooh, like
Paris Falls.
Oh, you're going to Paris. You're going to Paris? Are you really?
No, I fucking wish.
Oh, you son of a bitch. I was like, wait, when did you go to Europe? All right, so anyway, let's change gears real quick. 2 more deaths due to Tropical Storm Ida were confirmed Saturday afternoon by the governor. That brings a total death toll of 27 people statewide. This makes Wednesday's disaster one of New Jersey's deadliest storms in modern history. The storm has claimed a total of 45 lives in the Northeast region. Crazy videos of tornadoes flooding in Center City. 700,000 people still in the dark in New Orleans as of last night. So yeah, we got pulverized by this fucking storm.
Yeah, we did.
And yeah, 45 fucking people, dude. Isn't that insane?
That is insane.
4 people. Most of it was people who got trapped in their cars or anything, and yeah, just like crazy shit. Kids too, a bunch of kids. Man, I heard terrible stories about it. It's terrible news. It's a terrible news segment. Dude, what was I thinking?
The world is pissed at us.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like, they are.
Well, yeah, it's the other thing. Global warming. Everybody's talking about climate change and whatever you want to call it. It could. There's a really strong probability that that's what's causing all these increases and changes in weather patterns. More floods, more fires, more strong storms. Like
I don't know if it was photoshopped or what the deal was, but I saw a comparison photo of Antarctica.
I saw one of them.
I saw the picture of Antarctica.
I saw a picture of them.
But I saw a comparison picture of Antarctica
And apparently, I've never been on live
from like
television.
30
Apparently,
years.
Evan's never spoken on a podcast before.
Apparently
Sometimes
don't
I
watch
forget how to
I
speak,
don't watch the news.
and I gotta, reteach myself on the
Okay,
fly.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. So yes, so a picture of Antarctica
Like 30 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and then a picture of Antarctica.
now, or like okay, yeah,
And
like last year or something.
Nothing was there.
Yeah.
It's like nothing's there.
It also changes with the season, so that's another thing you have to check and see if they were
That's-
taken in the same month or the same time.
So I was like, anytime I see anything on the internet, I'm like,
Yeah.
can I trust this?
Right, exactly. That's what you have to see. Yeah, you really have to look into it.
My
But no, but
parents, on the other hand,
they believe everything.
they'll be sending me stuff like it's fact, and I'm like,
Where'd you get this on Facebook? No.
this is made with like
Not that what I'm doing is helping.
a free Photoshop. Like fucking nuts.
Anyway,
Just,
all right.
I'm not.
I got some sports. Let's hit the sports up.
You want to hit sports?
Sport?
And that was the news with Evan and Drew.
This is Evan and Drew with sports.
Very high tension coming out of news.
Sports. That's right, buddy.
So I famously said on last week's episode that if Woodley doesn't win, then it was a thrown fight. It was a fucking thrown fight. Clearly, I'm talking about the Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley
actually
fight.
saw that like the next.
Did you
morning.
watch the whole thing or no? No, I didn't watch
I
shit.
didn't watch any of it.
I didn't watch
Are you
any of it
kidding
either.
me?
No, fuck this.
I'm
But I
not
can tell you.
giving them any of my viewing time.
But I can tell you with a visceral gut feeling that shit was bullshit. That what they're doing is they're trying to hype up boxing to make it more of a sport that the fighters get paid. And that's what's happening. I can guarantee it. That's what his mission is. He said that is his mission statement. They want to get the fighters more representation. They want them to have more say in how much they get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he's doing. He's pulling these fighters in that are willing to work with him. He's paying them buku bucks to mold fights to however they want to do it. A split decision? Really?
Right.
You win by split decision? Get the fuck out of here.
Like, yo, all right, we'll both walk
It's not
away
even
with our
is it
pride.
even a commissioned fight? Like I don't even know if it's a commissioned fight with any sort of boxing, any like real boxing
Probably.
championships,
Probably,
rather than
yeah.
just like real promoters.
It probably held some weight, like in a record book sort of way.
I mean, maybe, but
Like I know that the one
don't
with
know.
Mayweather,
It's bullshit.
Logan Paul, that
Yeah.
one like went on record. I think, like it counted against.
I don't think he didn't get a win out of that. It was
No?
just no. It was just exhibition. It wasn't a real fight.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it was obviously a real fight. They really punched each other and they really fought.
Did
but
they though?
I don't think they did. No, same around the same thing. It's just he had the bigger fighter. That's all.
Yeah, they're like.
But-
See, that's the thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen grapple techniques. I know they're not hugging each other, but
True.
From what I've seen of the Logan Paul fight,
Wait, Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
the one with Mayweather.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was Logan.
That
Paul,
was
right?
Logan, yeah.
They look like they're hugging each other, like they're having a great time, like they've had a few too many drinks, and they're just trying to help each other stand up.
Stand up, stand up. Stick out your gut. Fuck it, shut. Did you like that? It was some classic hip hop right there. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic.
Was it classic?
This is Evan. I'm very excited. You ready?
Yes.
This is the last Sunday without football until February, bro.
Damn.
I went from
was
zero
watching a little bit.
in like 4 weeks. I went 0 to 60 on football. Like I don't even care. My
Who did
first
the
draft.
Dolphins-
My
who
first.
did the Dolphins play the other day?
Oh, I don't know. It was a preseason game. I'm not sure. I did watch the first couple rounds of preseason, though. I did. I watched a lot of them, and I studied a lot of film.
I studied a lot of film.
Studied a lot of film.
I was
A lot of late nights at the locker room.
I turned on the Dolphins game. Whoever is a Miami fan or just a bigger football fan than Drew, apparently.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Let me know who they played. But I literally turned it on just in time. They were losing by like 5 or 6 points.
Yeah.
And they ended up Hail Mary, touchdown.
Really?
Got the lead.
Yeah.
And then went for the 2-point conversion to make it a field goal lead.
Yeah. Bless you.
Pardon. And they fucking made it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And then they held them. It was beautiful.
That's awesome. The Eagles got beat like that too. They apparently gave up to the Jets. They gave up a 2-point conversion for the tie, but there's no overtime in preseason, so it just was a tie.
How do the Eagles look?
It still remains to be seen. I'll know more after about 3 weeks. I think give me
fair.
three.
That's fair.
Give me 3 weeks to watch them play and see what they're really trying to do. And I'll know more about Nick Sirianni. I'll know more about how Jordan Mailata stays up on the corner. He's the left tackle now this year, which is a big step up. I mean, Peters used to be our bodyguard, they used to call him. Anyway, so I'm looking into it. I can't wait.
They play 14
Thursday,
games,
this
right?
Thursday.
15, 14?
What?
They play 14 games?
No. They now this year they play 17 games. The season is now 18 weeks long, 17 games, 1 bye week. That's mixed in.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So they increased it. They
Nice.
increased it to 1. They lowered the
Do you
preseason.
feel good about that? Do you like that?
Do I like that there's one more game?
Do you like that?
It's weird. It's going to be weird.
How so?
It's just going to be strange to adapt to, especially with fantasy football, with how long can players really play. You know, some players can't last 19, 20 games. That's a lot of, that's fucking, you
That's
get
true.
your
That
ass
puts
beat.
yeah, because they're fucking
A lot of strain on your shit.
They're doing it.
Imagine if a
every
team,
day.
imagine if a team played, they got into the playoffs as a wild card, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they play wild card weekend. You already played 17 games. You're playing wild card weekend. Let's say they win. Hypothetical here.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're playing 18 games. They're playing 18 games wild card weekend, 19 games division weekend, 20 games conference weekend, and then 21 games if they make it all the way to the Super Bowl. That's crazy.
You think that's a lot?
Yeah, and they added an extra week of playoffs, didn't they? Like last year or something, they added an extra weekend of
I don't know.
playoffs.
You're
So that's
asking
another
the-
that's
you're asking
another
the
week.
hockey
So we're
guy.
talking like 22 games. They could play 22 games in a season. That's crazy. Could you imagine?
See,
It's
I
crazy.
think
You're gonna kill your body if you
I
play
don't
every
know. I
game.
was just, yeah, so
It might shorten careers. I don't know. That's
It
something you have to
could.
consider.
It could.
It's a lot for offensive linemen to play a whole nother game. That's a lot. It's a lot to ask.
Okay, I guess yeah. The formation's different. The way the toll on the body is different. I'm thinking
It's like 6% more beat up on your body if you play that whole other game.
I just compare it to like hockey, to where
Mhm.
they play
82 games.
82 games.
Right,
and
exactly.
they beat the shit out of each other.
They run into each other and stuff, but that's not happening at the repetition that it happens in football. How many plays go off at in a football game? You know, there's dozens
That's
and
true.
dozens
Yeah,
of plays.
people would just be smacking
And
into each other.
there could be hockey players that only check 6 times a game. You know.
That's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Very fair point.
Yes, thank you.
Very, very fair point.
Okay. What
That's
the fuck
Steven
was that?
blowing his nose. Am I blowing his nose? I mean, he's playing his trumpet.
Evan, you have an animal in the house?
I do, my dog, but
yeah.
that wasn't the dog.
That's funny.
That was my what sounds like? That was my fox.
Yes. Speaking of, did you hear about this?
Yeah,
This
I did.
boxer. Shut the fuck up. Did you hear about the boxer who died in Montreal? Just happened, I think, in the last couple days.
Oh.
No. Earlier this week or something like that. Her name was
$1 million
Zacarias Zapata. She was from Mexico. She was only 18, dude. Fighting in the ring, she got knocked out, and her mouthguard came out, and she couldn't even make it back to the stool. She got knocked out. She collapsed, seized, went to the hospital. 5 days in the hospital. Died. Here's my question to you. How do you feel if you're the fucking girl who knocked her out and killed her? You essentially killed the woman, which is terrible to say, but how do you feel? You're squirming over there. You're
movies
squirming.
about this shit, Drew.
I bet there is, but how do you feel about it? What do you feel? What's
How
your
do
take?
I feel about
What's
it?
your take if you're fighting a sport, you both know there's inherent risks involved.
So if that's kind of the thing, like
Yeah.
you're fighters. Like,
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Right,
Your
exactly.
job is to beat the shit out of each other.
Right.
Like that in and of itself requires some sort of knowledge. Like, hey, I could die.
Yeah.
So I guess in that aspect, it's like, hey, like
Sorry.
it happened. Yeah, sorry.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like we were fighting. It was either
You're like,
I hit
we
him.
were fighting.
Either I hit him,
Right.
or he hits me.
Right.
And am I supposed to feel bad if?
Are you? I'm asking.
Am I supposed to let him hit me the same way.
Are you
so
running?
that
Are you running
I-
through this as like a simulation in your brain
so
right
that
now?
I am the one who dies 5 days later.
Right,
in a
exactly.
coma? Like,
Right.
it's
But, yeah.
where, it wasn't on purpose. It's not like, unless you heard him before the round starts, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna hit you right here. And
Yeah. What
then you hit him.
if? Yeah. How do you feel really bad if, like, in weigh-ins, you were like, "I'm going to kill you."
Hey, listen, I know you didn't sign up for this. You just wanted a fair fight, but I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You're not going to see 19, you bitch. That's what she said. She's quoted as that in the weigh-ins. That's what she said to her.
What's your dad gonna get you for your birthday? A new car? You're never gonna drive it.
Okay, we gotta stop.
0 miles.
That's it. Sports is over. Good night.
That was sports with Evan and Drew. Sports. That was sports with Evan and Drew.
Okay, so recommendations. That's what we're gonna get into right now. Some recommendations for you. High five.
Hi, ho.
Sports was a little bit of shenanigans. Evil shenanigans.
Leave it to shenanigans, eh?
Evil shenanigans.
Evil?
No, evil.
Evil shenanigans.
Anyway.
Evil.
I got my teeth cleaned this week.
Yeah?
Love getting my teeth cleaned anymore. Yeah,
Do you?
it's awesome. I love it. Yeah, it's the best shit.
Yeah, sometimes I need to get my teeth cleaned.
Dude, I love it. It's the best. They get in there and they fucking clean the shit and they fucking scrape your teeth and they get all the gunk
Yeah,
off.
that's what I mean.
So
Like, they
good.
scrape
It's the
'em.
best. It's just so good. I know. Oh, it helps when you have an extremely beautiful hygienist too. So that
Oh,
helps.
I do.
You have one?
Of course.
Oh yeah, I got lucky this time. So I don't have like someone that I see regularly. I did for like a year, but now I don't anymore. And I go twice a year for my cleaning every 6 months. And this time I had this girl. Her name was Nicole.
Oh.
She was fucking smoking hot, and I was
My
like,
hygienist's
"Okay, this is
name
great."
is, Jennifer.
Oh.
Shout out Jennifer.
Shout out Jennifer.
Shout out Nicole.
Shout out Nicole.
Yeah.
First off, besides being beautiful, she was really nice and really gentle, and like she talked. What the fuck was that?
That was my pants hitting the new table.
That was my penis. That was loud. Look at that.
I know.
yeah.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah,
Holy
that's
shit.
that's a marker on there
We're gonna
now.
have to,
we're gonna
I'll cut that out.
We're gonna turn that down a little bit. That was loud.
You might hear it on Drew's mic, but you're not gonna hear it.
On mine.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty loud. Anyway,
Sorry, guys.
So yeah, so what I was getting to, we got distracted a lot this episode, but I like it. So anyway, I got my teeth cleaned. Hot hygienist, that's great. I love it. She was great. She's cool. It's wonderful. My recommendation though is to do something for your own personal health this week. Okay, hear me out. I got a friend who listens, by the way. Starting a new diet, and it kind of gave me inspiration. A little bit of inspiration for this seg this week. Listen, start a new routine.
Mm-hmm.
Go for a walk, meditate, make that doctor's appointment, go get vaccinated if that's something you're putting off. Get that lump checked out. Start figuring out how to sleep or eat better. That's my recommendation for the week. Just do something for you and your health. Make yourself feel good. It sounds corny, but just try it. I've also know I recommended similar things before.
It does not sound
But
corny.
me and you both know you didn't do it last time, so.
I did.
It grows the economy.
I did, bro. I signed up for school.
It grows the economy.
I'm back in school, dog.
Anyway. So what's your recommendation, sir?
My my recommendation is to watch a couple movies.
Movies? Okay.
No, I'm just I did, however. I'll tell it after this. I've been watching a lot of American Horror Story.
Very nice.
So, way back in the day, I really enjoyed the first season, Murder House. And then, the second season came along, and I was like, same cast,
Yeah.
different story.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. And I just didn't watch it. I was
Really?
like, nah. I was not behind the anthology series
Yeah,
idea
that
at the
thing.
time.
I know it's weird.
Yeah. I just wasn't with the shits.
Yeah.
So, fast forward, I watch
Many years.
I watched season 4 while it's on TV. Freak Show. Right?
Yes.
That one.
I think so. Yeah.
I watched that one, and I stopped right before it finishes, probably like 3 or 4 weeks, episodes before it's over.
Yeah.
Because I was not with the person I was watching it with.
Okay.
Anymore. So I just stopped watching it, and I just never watched it again.
Yeah.
And now,
It was tainted for you.
yeah, a little bit. And now, but now I'm watching it again, and I'm really enjoying
It's
it.
so funny.
I watched a lot of Cult, and that was it's been pretty good. A little wild at some points.
Yeah.
A little wild at some points.
Yeah, it is wild.
Like
very violent. They
like
can be very violent. They do like rapey stuff sometimes.
Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
So spoiler and I guess trigger warning.
Trigger. Yeah, I should have said that before I said that. Trigger warning, rape.
Listen, we say a lot of fucked up shit without ever giving anybody warning.
That's true.
But I guess spoiler warning first and foremost.
Yeah.
Let's not forget the important things.
Exactly.
But the main Evan Peters' character proposes to his sister that they should have a baby.
Yeah, very weird.
And I'm like, oh, did I hear that right? And she's like, not cool. She's like, we can't do that. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's incest. And he's like, nah, I got a plan. He's like, I'm gonna get this guy to fuck you, and then I'm gonna fuck that guy.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
And I'm like,
so if you like people
right?
fucking people with triangles and shit,
it's
that
very
shit
gay.
is.
Very
Oh,
gay.
there is some gay
It's
shit in there
super
too.
gay.
Yeah, there is some super gay shit in there.
There's a lot of gay shit,
which is
not
fine
in a bad way.
No,
I'm not
it's
saying
fine.
it in a bad way. It's just super gay.
Super gay.
There's a lot of homosexuality.
American Horror Story, right? That's what you're talking about.
I guess that's an appropriate title. Just kidding. I had nothing wrong with the homosexual community. I have a few dear friends.
Oh yeah, of course. More importantly, I have to say that as a watcher of American Horror Story, which I've watched many of the seasons, not all of them, but I will say that the one that you just started, Apocalypse, which I think is like the 7th season or something like that, or
I think so.
Something along those lines. 7th or 8th, yeah. And that came out a few years ago. That one is awesome because it's a compilation. It brings in several of the universes of American Horror Story into one season, and it's about the apocalypse of the world, and it's so good.
I'm like
I thought it was really good.
I'm like 3 or 4 episodes into it, and the first 2 episodes were amazing.
Yeah.
Like, amazing.
It is amazing. It hooks you right away.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And then episodes 3 and 4, I was like, did I miss? Like, did I hit the wrong episode?
I know, it's weird.
Like,
I know.
there's a lot just going on in a very short amount of time, which is not a problem as long as, the storyline goes somewhere nice. But I'm very quickly realizing that I need to catch up on my American Horror Story knowledge because it goes into places that
you're not familiar with.
I don't know. I'm not. I've never seen. So,
all right.
I guess catch up. But also, shout out Best Buy. I bought 4 movies total. One is a bundle for like $30.
Okay.
Yeah, I got because I guess it's spooky season. They got a whole bunch of movies on sale.
Okay.
I just went over to pick up a hard drive.
Yeah.
I saw them. I got the new Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I got both new It movies.
Oh shit! Both episodes. Oh, both in chapters.
And Joker, all for like $30.
Oh damn! On Blu-ray.
On Blu-ray, dog.
Damn! Remember when Blu-rays were fucking mad expensive?
Blu-rays used to be like $30, dude.
Yeah.
They still like the brand new ones still are.
Yeah.
Like, I was at Target too the other day, and they have a whole section of Marvel movies.
Really?
Like, that's their largest selection is Marvel movies.
Jesus Christ!
I'm
Well,
like,
there's so many of them.
I'm like, people watch
other
stuff.
shit.
Like,
they're not gonna stop until people stop buying it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is because there's always
something.
Yeah, there's always something.
Always something. My you said something about Halloween and stuff. Halloween is coming up now that it's September.
I'm waiting to watch that until it gets a little later.
Yeah, definitely when it gets a little colder outside.
Usually I watch...
Have a little bonfire outside, then watch a movie.
October 1st, I watch the original one.
Okay.
Just so set the vibe.
Set the vibe for my October.
And then, you have to watch it.
So right now, my wife is planning to start decorating for Halloween. Like, it's happening like in the next couple days. Like, our house is going to turn into a Halloween house.
Nice. Nice. I'm not opposed to decorating early. I don't care. Set the vibe, dude. Like,
I'm cool with it too. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
I asked this girl. I was talking to one of my associates at work.
Yeah.
About just like Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
And I brought up how you came to my apartment.
Mm-hmm.
The first year I got my Christmas tree, and I was so excited to finally have one. It was fake, so I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
But I had it up until like mid-March, and Drew came over and was like, "What the fuck is your Christmas tree still doing up?" And I told that story to an associate.
Yeah.
And she was like, "I put my Christmas tree up on September 1st.
Holy
every
shit!
year."
Are
And I
you
was like,
serious?
That's excessive. She was like, "Yeah, I take it down like the 27th, but I put." I
But
was like,
still, that's like 3
that's
months.
too early.
That's 3 months.
That is too early
Oh
to have
my
to have a
God.
whole tree.
Yeah.
A couple lights, yeah, I can see maybe throwing them up early to get yourself jolly.
There's some people that leave their house lights on their house all year long. They
Yeah,
just don't
like,
turn
that's
them on.
cool, but
Yeah.
like a whole tree just in
That's
your
fucking
living room.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
September. So if you're listening,
What
to
do you do
this-
for What do you do for Halloween? You're decorated for Christmas for Halloween. She's crazy. Tell her to back the fuck up.
crazy.
She's crazy.
She may decorate it for Halloween. Maybe it's a Halloween tree.
Maybe it's a Halloween Christmas tree. I never thought of that. Okay.
never
She might be a
thought of that?
genius. She might be a genius.
Not a genius, just a visionary.
You're like, no, she's not a genius.
No, she's not a genius. Sorry.
She's definitely not a genius.
Sorry. I'm not one either.
This
if
just
it
in.
makes you feel any better.
This just in. She's not a genius.
Not a genius.
All right. Well, listen, I had a good week. I hope you did too.
I had a pretty good week.
Yeah. Do you have anything else? You ready? You ready to go?
Yeah, as always, listen to Wishful Thinking.
Thanks for drafting during the
Email us
episode.
at ifeif_. Did I ever say the fucking Twitter?
I did earlier when you were drafting. It's fine. Don't
Oh,
worry about it. It's fine.
okay.
Totally fine. This
Yeah,
is
I
my
was
life. This
caught
is
up.
yes. This is my life now, people.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I will be very busy in the coming weeks.
I will be very, very busy.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I thought it was going to rain today, and we were going to have to record during the rain. And I was like, I don't like that shit.
It started spitting when I was walking
It did.
here earlier, and I said, "Oh no."
It was spitting when I was driving over here.
Yeah, but
Always be careful driving. Don't go driving through a flood.
never.
I drove through a flood once when I was really young. When
I
was,
did. I actually in this new car.
Yeah.
Coincidentally, that we're talking about the floods.
Oh my god! How do you not have shock from the last time? You just told the
did.
story about how you lost your car, and you're
did.
sitting there driving through a flood.
Well, yeah,
If
so
there's any standing
I
water,
was
why are you
literally-
even going through it?
I was literally
Why?
going to the bank.
What?
To like, no. Listen,
What does that
listen,
matter? Okay,
listen.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
It wasn't.
I'm flying
raining
off the
yet.
handle, people.
It
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
raining yet. I was literally going to the bank to like deposit the settlement check from my crash. Not my crash. My total.
Your total from your car getting flooded.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
So I literally went to deposit that check.
Yes.
As I am on my way, it starts torrential downpouring.
Flashbacks.
And the one road I was on, I guess, was prone to flooding because I'm literally, I see waves in the road
That's
as I'm
rough.
driving by. I'm like, I gotta go home. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even fucking care about this shit anymore. Like, I'm going home. And as soon as I turn around and I get on my street, sun comes out.
Oh shit. Okay.
But I go to turn, and so you remember the entrance to my old apartment?
Yeah, I
how
do,
You would
yeah,
turn,
yeah.
and it did kind of have a dip.
Yep, it did.
That whole, it was just a cesspool.
Oh
It was
shit.
just full. So I had to go all the way. I had to go around the other way.
No way.
Which was fine. I guess still made it home, but terrifying.
Nice.
Terrifying. PTSD. But anyway, yeah, that's the show. That's all I have.
All right. Yeah, I love you. Please be safe this week. Listen, do what I said. Do something about your health, please. We both know, like I said, you didn't listen to me last time. So I'm not talking to you, Evan. I'm talking to the audience.
Yeah.
We all know. You guys don't listen. Just do it for me, please. Do something small.
Like Drew's dick.